Well, hello, hello. I'm Beth English and I'm here with Sergio Gomez. And today we're going to talk about how to raise your value and be prosperous.
I
Perfect,
love
perfect for
that.
today, right?
I love that, Beth. The moment you said that, I'm like, oh, that sounds really interesting. I cannot wait to see what you have for us to share that. And it's great to see you.
It's great to see you. How was your Christmas?
It was great. It was awesome. Kind of stay kind of here and not traveling anywhere, but it was good to be with family and friends. And this is our last episode of the year. I cannot believe it.
I know that's why I was thinking about this topic today because I know what I hear from my clients all year long and what holds them back. And I just wanted to kind of address that in a way to start the new year off, knowing what that biggest pain point is and how to resolve it. And so I thought, well, how do we raise our value? How do we become more prosperous? How do we cultivate a sense of worth within ourselves so that creates the world around us, whether that's in our personal life or in our business and our relationships. We always want to create a sense of worthiness for
Mhm.
ourselves and the things that we do, because that creates more meaningfulness in our
Mhm.
lives. And I think more than ever, we want to connect to living a meaningful life.
Mhm.
That's what my clients are telling me. That's what people on social media are telling me. How do we create a sense of meaningfulness and worthiness in our lives so that when we walk through our day-to-day lives, that we're
Mhm.
creating this sense of value around everything that we do so that we lead with that, right? We
Mhm.
lead with a sense of abundance, with a sense of unfolding that is going to create. We sense more opportunities, we sense possibilities, and we keep our minds focused on that area instead of the lack or the loss, because
Right.
we know that we can pile up
Mhm.
plenty of that after
Right.
what we've been through, right? We can, if we focus on that, we're just going to create more of that. And so I just wanted
Right.
to kind of address this topic today.
I love that, and I think that's super important because the way like you wake up in the morning and how you feel, I think it's a reflection of that self-worth that we have and that motivation that we have to address the things. And living fully is, I think, is like about that, right? Being excited to wake up in the morning. If you are not excited to wake up in the morning, I don't think you're living fully.
Right. And I mean, I know what that's like when you wake up with
Hmm.
ruminating thoughts of doubt and
Hmm.
you don't really know where to go from there. And so
Right.
that's what I love to do is lead my clients through an experience of learning how to transform your mind into believing more of what you're capable of. And
Hmm.
so that's kind of my point. And it's a really easy step. It's only one step, right? It's
Good.
just
That's an easy one.
just listen to yourself and take action. That's all we
Hmm.
really have to do. Like when we listen to ourselves, I think you know what I mean. When we
Hmm.
know what we want more of, we have this deep desire, yearning inside of us for more of what we want, whether that's better relationships or more money. I mean, these types of thoughts go through our head all day long about what we want more of and what we think we don't have access to. But the
Hmm.
truth is, when you start to believe that you have access to it and you feel your sense of connection to that desire, then
Hmm.
in that moment, you automatically create that opportunity for yourself. And if you can take action, that's when you start moving forward. And so, what happens when you take action, right? Well, number one, you get prepared. And preparedness is the beginning to any successful um, goal that we want to reach. And so being prepared is something that comes out of listening to yourself and taking action. And then after you get prepared and you take action, then you maybe learn a new skill or you gain some experiences that are going to help you along the way. So just because it's just one point, listen to what it is that you want, those desires that you want, and then take action. You're actually doing a whole lot of other things in the midst of all of that. And then when you're learning that new skill or you're getting experience, the other thing that you're doing is you're creating momentum and you're moving forward. You're moving these things that you want forward and you're opening yourself up to create these things. And that momentum is key because what you're doing is you're bringing that energy, that frequency, that vibration along with you. All of these things that you want, you're opening up and you're saying, I believe in myself enough to know that these things are possible for me. And when you do that, you start to attract more and more of what it is that you're looking for, that you're trying to gain more of in your life. And you're not having to actually work that much harder.
Mm-hmm.
The sense of belief in ourselves is really the number one thing that either keeps us moving forward or holds us back. And that is what it is that I've found in my clients that I work with, that can change everything once we start to truly believe that we are worthy of the desires that we have and actually take those steps forward. That's trusting yourself. And that's what we need to do in order to create a prosperous life. And so if there's one thing, right, that we can do to move forward into 2022, to live a life that feels meaningful, that feels like something that we were put on this earth to do, that's to listen to yourself and take action, and just do that every single day.
Mm-hmm. And that's I think a really great message, particularly as we close 2021 with everything that has come our way through, throughout the year, and then taking the time to do so. As you were talking about that, I was thinking, I've been doing, particularly this last week, and as we finish the year, really making room in my life, like waking up before everyone at the house to make sure I have quiet space to be able to listen, because a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, I get up and I'm moving and I'm on the go, because I'm a go type of person. I like to be busy and do the things that I really want to get done. And it's really important, as you said, to listen. In order to listen, we need to quiet the noise. And I think quiet the noise, for every one of us, finding how we're going to do that depends on where we are, or circumstances, or lifestyle, but finding that time in which we can actually tune in and really quiet the noise, so we can hear ourselves and we can hear that voice, so we can then take action, as you're talking about. So I think it's a very timely message, Beth, because it's really if there's a one time in the year, which, this is a practice that you said we should be doing every year, or every day. But if there's one time in the year which this is super important, I think it's now, because you start January 1, it's like a fresh reset. You give yourself the opportunities to start all over again.
Yes, you're exactly right. We have to stop long enough to listen to ourselves, give ourselves that space to say, what is it that I really want?
Right.
And sit with that. Right. And then, well, whatever comes up for you, then start taking action on that. And maybe, how do you know if it's the right thing to do or the wrong? Well, the thing is, sometimes we don't know. And so we just have to take action anyways, because it's action, not perfection. Right. And so if you just wait to have all the answers and have it all figured out, then you'll be waiting forever. Right. So you just have to start wherever you are and small, and then grow from there. And it doesn't have to be difficult. And I think sometimes we get in our own way. We try to make it more difficult than it actually is, when really it's just a matter of listening within, showing up for ourselves, taking that next best step and learning from that. And then doing that every single day, you have new experiences and you learn things all day, every day, that are going to help you in your unfolding. And when we put the energy into ourselves in a positive way, right, we're going to see that come out of it. So
it
doesn't have to be complicated.
No, today's episode is a one-step episode, but a very important one, or a very good one, and something that we need to keep in mind. Keep bringing that over and over and repeating that to ourselves, because it's for our own improvement, for our own self-worth. And so I think for all of us listening to that message, I think it's a really good one. Okay, and a great way to end one cycle and start a new one.
That's right. I've been doing some online polling, and I have learned that most people feel like they're stuck and maybe they can't take that action. They don't know how to listen to themselves. And so if that's you, this is what I help my clients do all the time, and what I love to help lead people through, because when you start to become unstuck and listening to yourself and taking all that action, doing all the things that we talked about doing today, it's just this wonderful sense of self-worth rising up and meaningful lives just coming to fruition. It's really feels like the best possible life that we could live. And I know that it's important for us to live that way. All of us want to live our best possible life, and sometimes we just need a little help to get there. And so if that's you, I'd love to chat with you and answer any questions you may have. Send me a DM, and let's just start this new year off with like high vibes, like ready to go, momentum going forward. Yeah, let's just start like that, because why wait, right?
Exactly, exactly. That's, what I love about, this kind of remind me of the, MailChimp, right? MailChimp, when I think they removed that, but back in the day when you had to send that email, you click send and then the little monkey would give you a high five, remember that?
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I don't think they have that now, but it's that kind of excitement, right? Like when you're starting the year and you're, like you said, working in your inner self and like, yes, I can do this, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Mhm.
And I think, if you have a friend to do that with, do it, or do it with us virtually. And you have, so much ground to gain in 2022.
Absolutely. I know I was thinking, what if we all just woke up every morning like it was Christmas morning? And
Yeah,
we would be just so excited to unwrap the gift that is our life, the gift that we
right,
have to give to others. And it's all about how we look at the life
right,
around us. And so I just want to encourage you all that you can live a wonderful, beautiful life and prosper in 2022, even when there's chaos all around you. There
hmm,
is a way to gain some peace for yourself, create some joy in your life, and build the type of life every single day that you want to live. So I
right.
just want to encourage you to believe that that's true. It has been true for me. It has been true for the people that I work with. And I thank you, Sergio, so much for this time today that we can just talk about this and share this message with our audience. So thank you,
Uh,
Sergio.
Absolutely. And thank you, Beth, again for doing this together, both of us for another year. Very excited for
Mhm.
that. And, we continue bringing more of these conversations to our friends.
Definitely. Well, you guys, we do episodes every Wednesday. So keep that in mind. Watch us every Wednesday and follow Sergio online. So, Sergio, where can the people watching today learn more about you and what you do?
Yes, well, today I want to share two places. One, Instagram, as I always say, always find me on Instagram at Sergio Gomez Art. And then recently I've been a lot more active on my Twitter. So I kind of undusted my Twitter box and I've been tweeting every day. So find me also at Sergio Gomez Art on Twitter. So chat and let's connect in either one of those.
Wonderful. And you guys can find me on Facebook and Instagram and at bethinglish.com. That's BETHINGLISH. And I would love to connect with you. I'd love to hear more about what you're experiencing and how I can help because I'm here to serve. And so thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely. Bye,
All
everybody.
right.
Bye,
See you
Beth.
next week.
Happy New
Bye.
Year. Bye.
Happy New Year.